just put it in flat black for him, man, so the car matches and he can drive it. And it looks kind of like a finished car. And he was just like, bro, you painted my car. And I'm like, dude, I just scuffed it and shot it. And you would have thought I put 10 grand in his back pocket.
No, that's awesome, man.
And the excitement from him, that was the payoff. That was the reward. It was just like, I laid in bed at night like, dude, that guy just feels like he's on top of the world right now, bro. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, we got. I think we got Mike that's joining us, man. That's So
what's up, gentlemen?
What up, bro?
Oh man, we're here to party, aren't we?
Yeah, so we're as I say, we're just talking about like the passion of like obviously just building bikes and cars, and you know, like trying to fight, like finding the balance between your heart and you know what I mean, realistic.
No, I mean, and do me a favor, your plug-in where your earphones are.
Yeah.
Twist that a bit, like where it's plugged in, where it's actually, where it's actually.
Are you getting the feedback? You can hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it buzzing.
I hope it's not on the whole audio.
It is, but it's okay. You guys are fine.
Okay. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
No.
It's all good.
No. Don't even worry about it. So, when it comes to, you know, passion and all of this is where I wanted to commend Lucky and commend Josh as well. Is you know, I'm gonna be honest. I've been live streaming for 16 years, and I've been doing it with basically 14 years of it being basically not paid. And doing something for 14 years and having a wife and kids, myself, I have two daughters. It's really hard to justify when you spend so many hours a day doing something that you love and the passion of it. And then for you to show pennies on the dollar going, well, this is what I've got to show for it. And realistically, I've even had to have conversations even with my parents, you know, going like, hey, are you sure? You know what I mean? Like, are you sure about this? And it's like, I have to follow my heart. Like I had to, 1000%. I had to follow me. And if I didn't, I would have regretted not only myself and my decision, but I would have been angry at everyone else that stopped me. So I didn't allow it. And I actually had some family members, not like mom and dad status, but I did have people I had to drop completely. Like I dropped them like bad habits because I cannot have that negativity in my life. I just can't. I can't be around it. So yeah, no, it's interesting when you talk about passion and about what you do and why you do it. Like people ask me, I'm a podcast director for Easy Way TV. It's a television network. And I always, you know, there's people like, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to podcast. Well, what do you want to talk about? And they go, well, I don't know. I go, well, what is the one thing that you could talk about and you could pinpoint and you can't stop talking about it. Like whether it's sports, you know, the analytics of every little player of the Chargers, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's your passion, you know? And so that's why I commend anybody that follows their heart, and you guys did it.
Well, that's it. It's like when, like, obviously, like Chad, like when you were saying, like how some people would say to you, well, why do you want to do it like that? And you just stay true to like we're saying about earlier when you built the bike, like no one else would, like you said, you can't do that, and you've gone and done it, you know. And
yeah. I've had a lot of people say that, man. They're like, bro, you need to do this to that bike. You need to do that. It's just like, well, and a lot of the guys that say that don't build anything. Yeah, they just go off of what the magazine or the social media tells them to do.
And that's it. Like for those of you that haven't seen like what Chad's done on Lucky Tramp Customs, like you need to see this. He's laid a bike on the floor. Like honestly, guys, you got to check out. Like
Thanks,
laid
bro.
it on the floor. I mean, and not only that, he hasn't gone and bought a kit that's cost like had to take a loan to. He's built, like we were saying earlier, like for those that, because all of a sudden now we've got loads of people that have just jumped in on the stream, like. Chad,
yeah, like, no, like, now you go ahead and tell it again. You know what I mean?
like cutting obviously drilling and tapping a thread into the top of the suspension on the front forks to.
Yeah, the caps, the fork caps.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So there's these pucks that you can buy for your forks. They go in and they expand. And I'm not really like, people think that I'm a bike guy. I'm not. I mean, I'm more, I'm a car builder, and I just took a lot of what I learned from cars.
So you just took your passion for cars and you put that and emulated it with a motorcycle.
Yeah. I mean, basically, I just wanted a bike to lay on the ground, and people were telling me, oh, well, you got to do this, or you've got to convert to chain drive and this and that. And I'm like, well, why can't I just slug this and face it on my belt sander, and then the pulley will clear that by 1/8 of an inch? Because if it's on the ground, it doesn't matter if it's hitting the pulley or not. I'm not riding it that way. So I just did a lot of stuff that was just out of the box, where people were just like, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, it's just metal. Like, I can cut it back out and redo it if it doesn't.
How cool is that to be able to have the hands-on capability to do that, be able to think of it and then actually execute it, and then have a product at the end and go, look at what I envisioned. You know what I mean?
It's making a dream come true, Mike.
Yeah. It sounds like it.
You're dreaming it, and then you build it. And that's what I was telling Josh. I was like, people have asked me, like, dude, how did you get to where you can build a frame and you can put it on air ride suspension and you can weld it and you can body work it and you can paint it? And the first thing I tell them is like, because I never had the money to pay for it. I had to learn it, dude. And I had to
yourself because you had to.
Yeah, I had to do the suspension, and now I've got the profile, and I wanted the paint. So now I've got to do the body work, and now I want to chop, and I've got to do the metal work. And
that's it. And that's like we were saying earlier, like when you look at like where art is, like art comes from, whether it be sorrow, whether it be like it comes from, it's not just the
financial struggle
man, like it comes from like darkness, it comes from hardship. It's not like we say, you can't fucking fake this shit. You can't just all of a sudden, like you said earlier, you would have gone and bought an air ride kit for a Harley and it never would have been on the floor like you've created it,
Yeah, my air shocks are off a Corvette. They're just Monroe air shocks that you'd put on a Corvette, and then I just changed the mounting points. Yeah, I just changed where they mount. So I just completely cut the mounting points and I moved them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I flipped the swing arm upside down, and like I did all kinds of crazy stuff. And people was like, "You can't do that." And I was like, "Well, I'm looking at the swing arm. It's the same, and I can space this over, and I can flip this, and that's
just
what I did."
Just look at the video on his Instagram. It's there on Instagram. It's
and K Wayne and Steve says it best: no pain, no gain. And absolutely, he goes, "Hell yeah, pain is life." Listen, life is gladiator school. Okay, I'm gonna explain something with pain. Okay, let me explain pain. Pain changes over the course of time with understanding, and it's all relative to the pain that you know. So that's why you can never compare one injury to another, because you don't know how much it hurt that person. You have no idea the physical adversities, the mental adversities. I mean, I'm telling you from experience.
Yes, you are.
I'm telling you full blown from experience. You know what I mean? And
you ain't faking that, bro.
I still ride. You know what I mean? I still hold up my 800-pound, Dyna, bagged up and everything. And I'm still out riding my brothers. Like it's a mentality, man. It's a mentality. It's what I call it PMA, positive mental attitude. You know what I mean?
Half glass full instead of half glass empty. Yep.
Dude, forget that. I'm just glad I have a cup to still have a drink with. Okay, I'm still here. Because I died 4 times. It's not even.
Damn, bro, really?
It's not a glass internal bleeding, external bleeding. It's not a glass half full or half empty. I still got a glass, man. I'm not broken completely, and I'm here to show the mental, the physical, the money attributes, the diversities that we go through on something so hardcore, and how can you come out on top and beat it? You know what I mean? That's why I'm here, to show those people like, hey, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it.
Yep.
That's why I'm here.
I mean, for me, like I, I've said on the podcast before, and like I spoke to both of you guys, like earlier on, like I came across Chad by simply scrolling through the reels and seeing a video where you're just leaning against your car saying, look, I'm trying to create a living. I'm doing what I'm doing by simply buying a shirt. It means a lot, and it helps, and it's like, and then like, obviously, like when I spoke to Mike, like I discovered Mike through Dirtbags California, and then obviously seeing Mike riding a bike, like I just,
which is crazy because Mikey Loco is one of my best friends of like 15 years. You know what
Dirtbags, that dude, the long hair dude.
Yeah,
dude, that guy's freaking cool. Yeah, I follow that guy. He's rad.
So he's believe it or not, he built a few of my brother's motorcycles. You know what
nice.
I mean? Here, you know what? Since we were talking about it, I'm going to share my screen and show you real quick. I'll tell you when to pop it up. Hold on 1 second. And I'm going to show you an example of one of the bikes that he built, Dirtbags, that is my brother. His name is Hated. Okay. It's he's a hated individual, right? So he's got a bike, the hater bike, we call it. So I'm going to show you that, made by Dirtbags. And it's I love motorcycles, man. Anytime we can talk about like crazy motorcycles, I'm always about it, man. So I'm getting pulled up right now.
On the other side of it, like obviously Mikey builds bikes with a certain with his style and with like the idea of the parts he wants to use, whereas you on the other side are like, well, I got to make that do that because I want to achieve that. Do you know what I mean? Both totally. Sides of the coin equally respected. Do you know what I mean? Like totally. there's no way that because Mikey will use a certain brand of air system that is any different in respect or justice of like achieving. Do you know what I mean? Like
totally.
Because
there's
Corvette bits is
it's
equally
basically. It's like how 3 + 3 = 6, but 5 + 1 = 6. Yeah. You can have two different ways of doing things to get the crazy outcome in the end, right? So It doesn't matter which way you decide to do it, as long as you are deciding to do it. You know what I mean? What the majority of people lack in our society, and I say this as an American, 99% of Americans lack one thing, and that's called execution. They'll think of a great idea, but then won't execute on it. Now, to me, that is literally the dumbest thing you can do in human life. Why would you come up with a great idea and not follow through with it? Like that physically doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why come up with something so grand that you know is going to be amazing, but yet not do anything with it? Like that to me is like mind blowing. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I found the motorcycle. Go ahead and pop that screen up for me.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Brass knuckles everywhere, middle fingers as the folks. Haters gonna hate. All on airbags.
Nice.
Yep. That was what it was all about, just seeing crazy motorcycles. And I mean the actual inside the primary is 9mm bullets inside the primary through the see-through glass. It's really cool, man. But see, those are like the little touches that you go like all out on. And like then being custom, right? Being unique. And lucky, that's what you did. You became unique. You did something really, really cool. Flipping a swing arm like you did, most people would. I would be scared to do that. You know what I mean? I would be scared. And I'm a guy that rides motorcycles day in and day out.
Yeah.
And I would be like looking at you going, really?
I've had a lot of people tell me, like, bro, yeah, I've had like a couple of guys come over that ride and they're like, I want to see this thing you're building. And I was in the middle of it, and they're like, dude, how did you like cut the brake caliper, like the bracket off that it slides in? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I just flipped my caliper upside down. And I'm like, what do you mean? I made a bracket that came off and it works. And
man, that's crazy.
Yeah. And they were like, so you feel comfortable riding the same, I'm going to ride the brakes off the same, man.
Literally. Like, I'm going to ride it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, it's been fun, and everybody's putting 21s and 23s up front. Yep. And me being a guy from like 50s cars, I'm running dual 16s and fat white walls. And
you're doing it the OG way.
Yeah, well, when I roll up, all the Vicla guys, they're all on 21, 23s, and then I pull up, and then everybody comes to my bike because they're like, "Damn, like dual 16 fat white walls, like that's different now."
You're very right.
It's different now.
Because, I mean, you just saw that bike that I just showed you. That's a 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it makes like that's what everyone is kind of going for, and for you to be unique on going the old school route is dope.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, and obviously in the respect of like I've been talking to Mikey, hopefully get him on the podcast for to follow suit. The only way to be different is to level up again. Like the little, and obviously, and you'll notice, Chad, like when it comes to painting and things like it's the little bits that actually count. If at the end of the day, you've just chopped and shut a
49 Buick.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, 49 Buick. Like at the end of the day, like you know that's been done several times, but what makes yours different will be your touch. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it'll be the little bits that you do that no one else will see, but the right people will see.
Well, exactly. You just said it right. The right people will see it. Okay.
Yeah.
The people that appreciate when you go in that extra mile and you do those little tiny details, and when people are checking out your stuff, and you can tell when someone is about it, and you can tell when someone's just kind of there and they're just kind of pump fake and like, oh, it's cool, whatever. But when someone is going, dude, that is sick. That's when you know, like, hey, this guy is about it. You know what I mean? Like, he gets it. So
yeah. Go ahead, Mike. I was gonna say, and just to make it clear, dude, I'm not a self-made man. I mean, everything that I put into motion, I've learned from the greats, from Gene Winfield and the Barris brothers and Oz Welch and all these car builders that have actually taken time, Murphos and all these guys that have, Mike Bella has taken time to say, hey, bro, look at it in this perspective. Have you thought about not telling me what I should do, but hey, look at the line this way. I think you might trying to help me with my cuts. And then I'm just like,
you're a smart man. You're a smart man.
Thank you, dude. Like, thank you so much for and not being too proud to accept that.
Exactly.
Advice.
That right there is being pride usually gets in the way of every unique thing. You got to drop the pride because you cannot conquer the world by yourself. Remember.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
I'm not in a dick swinging contest, man.
Those influence and the people around you is really what is important. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I always say, even the content that we watch, like on the daily, we are what we consume. You know what I mean? Like whether it's doom scrolling on TikTok, that's what if you're doing that, that's what you're consuming, and it's going to be negative. You know what I mean? And so I look at things totally different than probably the average. But what I wanted to get into real quick, because I got my audience in here now, I wanted real quick, not to like break your guys' show up or anything, but I wanted
and real quick, Mike, I got a little boy. I got to get ready for bed. So I probably got about 10, 15 minutes here.
Perfect.
Okay.
But that's perfect. So what I wanted to ask you is, number one, where are you from and located?
I'm in Central Florida.
Okay. So right on. So I'm on the other side of the United States. I'm in California.
Okay.
California. And so right on. So how did you come across 666? I got to know.
Dude, he hit me up, man. We found each other. He hit me up on social media and says, hey, man, he like came in really humble. Like, hey, dude, would you consider? And I'm just like,
he's right
beyond, like, I'm like, dude,
that's
like,
why I'm here right now, you know, because
I mean, and that's what he said. I mean, he kind of came in like, hey, bro, I'm not going to be like, I don't have crazy amount of followers. I'm not going to get you. And I'm like, bro, I'm just looking at it as having a new friend, bro. Like, I don't care about the stats and, like, you know, like this is about friendship, and it's about, and I told Josh, Mike, I said, bro, if hold on real quick.
No worries. I know how it is.
Okay, there. I told Josh, you know, and I mean this for you too, but obviously you're a little bit more established and you have more followers and all that. But I said, bro,
that's irrelevant.
Well, right. But my point is like, dude, if you can just, if you can just have one person that you've made a difference in, like just one person that's ready to give up their dream or whatever. And we're talking right now, and that one person's like, Josh, that's what I needed to hear. Mike, I needed to hear that tonight because I was about to throw the towel in, and I needed someone like you to just listen to your story, and you just come correct with like, this is what it's about. Don't give up. And dude, that's what this is about right now. I don't care about stats. I don't care if people drop me because of this.
1,000%. You are so accurate right now. Dude, I have to, you have to link. We have to talk. Like, this is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is what I mean. Like, so, like, I discovered Chad through leaning against the car, and obviously my podcast is fundamentally about bikes. Like, it was the humble story of you just keeping it real, like saying, look, I'm a dude creating craft. Like, I appreciate everyone buying t-shirts. I mean, how many people sell loads of t-shirts that don't take the two? I mean, maybe it took you 5 minutes, Chad, to create that video. Like, no, there's so many people that won't take that 5 minutes and go, do you know what? Like, it means a lot. Like, it's an exciting thing. Like we were saying earlier, like you've got shirts in Italy, Australia, like all over the world, and like,
good on
like
you.
You're just excited that people are wearing your shirt, Chad. I mean, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. That's a major accomplishment that most people will never have. You got to understand.
Yeah, it's extremely flattering to just know that someone's just like, hey, dude, I want a shirt. Like, would you ship to Australia? Dude, we've shipped. I have a girl that helps me now because I genuinely suck at it, and I'll let stuff slip through the cracks. And her name's Sammy, and she's actually my neighbor, and she's a new mom, and her husband's awesome. We just really think she's like, well, dude, I'll help you. I know how to do that stuff. And she'll call me and be like, we sold a shirt to Australia today. We sold a shirt to Canada today. And I'm like, what? Like, really? Like, it blows my mind.
It's amazing.
Just extremely flattering. Yeah.
It is insane.
No,
and meanwhile, you're just keeping it real. You know, meanwhile, you're still the same guy, and you're just keeping it real. And it's like,
yeah, I just want to work. I just want to build these things and get better. And obviously, I need the platform, you know, to extend my reach, to say, hey, I'm available. Not hey, I'm the baddest mofo out there. It's just like, hey, I'm here if you need me. That's how I put it out there.
It's and how you can help people. 1,000%.
Yeah.
I get it. 1,000%.
Fucking exciting, isn't it? It's just exciting. Like,
now,
I mean, I'm just sat here in the corner of my room thinking I'm sat here with two cool as hell dudes and then you guys are on the other side of America.
That's what I was thinking too.
Hey, I'm the one that's honored. Okay, so stop the cap, everyone. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
I'm the one that's honored. So relax there on that. Now, real quick. Now, I don't. Listen, we're bikers. We're not choir boys, right? So I'm gonna really quick show you a 30-second little video of about me talking about numbers back when I was a streamer and I invested over $250,000 into a stream house. Okay, and I talk about numbers. I want you to show this screen right here, and this is about numbers. So if you guys got little ones around, you guys don't like bad words, I try to beep it out, but the beeps back then were off of the actual word, so they didn't cover the word all the way, you know. So real quick, because we're talking about numbers, I have to show it because this is what my life has been about. So go ahead and show it right here.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, like I said, Chad, we got a couple of minutes, haven't we?
Yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
All right, you showed it? Fuck it, dude. Like, all these people, all these streamers that are so concerned. They're so concerned about their persona. They're so concerned about their view count. They're so concerned fucking subs or whatever. Fuck all fucking nonsense. Fuck all that. Be yourself. Have fun. Lay your fucking hair down and stop being a pussy. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Have fun. This is what it's all about, is having fun, and nobody does it. Have fun. Fucking hell, man. It's crazy. Isn't it crazy? Like, you go into people's streams and it's just like, boring. You know what what I mean? Like, fuck all that nonsense. Yep.
I love the beeps right before. I love the beeps right before the F-bombs.
Before and after,
I love it, dude.
Yeah, it makes it almost comical, But the technology wasn't as great, The AI system was not as good. Yeah,
no,
but
awesome.
and I say that to say because we were talking about numbers, and my brother Steve came in and said, I can guarantee that none of Mike's followers give an F about numbers or followers. We are biker OGs and real ones. That's what Brother Mike is all about, 100%. And I thank you for that. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
No, that's awesome, man. And yeah, so I think like obviously it's been incredible to have both you guys on. And yeah.
No,
like,
and by the way, I didn't mean to step on your guys' show or nothing. I wanted to come on and actually say to Lucky that I'm proud of him for following his dream, his gut.
Thank you, bro.
And that's why I'm here. Like, otherwise, I would have just sat there and watched for a minute, blah, 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 just like anybody else would, right? But you followed your heart. You did what I feel like I did. You know what I mean? And what I'm watching Josh do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so like really the biggest plunger is definitely Chad. Like in the respect that like I'm lucky that I've still got a 9-to-5 job. I mean, Chad's followings are creating a company, Lucky Tramp Customs, and that's what's paying his way. I mean,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It
takes more guts to do what you're doing, Chad, than like what I'm doing. I mean, I'm lucky that I got my job, and like you're living your job and trying to find the balance in the passion and creativity and the long nights, like people that don't see the long nights till 3-4 o'clock in the morning when you're still sanding a car by hand and still tacking. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like everyone sees the end product, and that's kind of like what I said early on in the podcast, that I believe that everybody needs to have their moment. People need to see like you are in the workshop till 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, or
I start at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Or you start then.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. That was this morning.
It could be a 24-hour rotation that you stayed from 3 in the morning till 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
I get it. So it's passion, man, and I always commend somebody that does that. Always. So my hat is off to you, sir.
Thanks,
I know
guys.
you going, so but nonetheless, I didn't mean to crash the party or nothing, but
no, dude, no. I'm glad that you came on, man. It's been really fun, and I got a little boy in there, and needs his daddy. So
I got two little girls. I know.
But yeah, I mean, Mike, connect with me, and Josh, dude, it has been an honor to be on your show, and
thank you. Thanks for taking the time.
No, thanks for the opportunity, and you're doing a good thing, and Mike, thanks for coming on, and
no, thank you for allowing me to come on.
Dude. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta.
This is your episode. You know what I mean? So I don't want to step on it.
Well, shoot me a message. Like I gotta figure out how to focus. I'm gonna go in.
You have Instagram?
Yep. Yeah, I'm on Insta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky Tramp
Customs with a K, Mike. Customs with a K.
Like, hold on, I'm gonna type it in right this second.
And obviously for the guys that are watching now, like check out he laid a bike on the floor when people said he couldn't. When people said he couldn't lay that bike on the floor, man, he laid it on the floor. And he didn't. Like obviously again, shout out if Mikey Loco is watching. It's like Chad stayed true to what he believed and went with like the beach style bars, knowing that everyone would go, well, why haven't you run a set of apes? And Chad was like, no, I'm going to run these bars because this is what I feel.
Yeah. Did by gut and by heart.
Well, I was telling Josh, Mike, I said, I don't really care because I don't know if you were on when I told you about my wife telling me how I looked on the bike.
I missed it.
It's funny, but anyway, she real quick, she said, I went for a ride when I put the bars on, and I just said, hey, take a video of me. I want to see what I look like on the bike. Right. Yeah. And I pull in and I was just like, how did I look? And she's like, you look like a ding dong. And I go, I'm 6'3", Mike. So I'm a bigger dude. Right. So I'm like,
small. I'm 5'7".
Yeah, so I'm appreciative of the honesty, but the point being is it's not about what I look like on the bike. It's about what the bike looks like with me off of it. It's the lines when I park. It's the bike, not me. I want to enjoy the bike, and I get off of it, and I want to look at the bike and be like, the lines are right, you know. So,
yep.
But
you know exactly what you're doing. You're doing it for the bike, not for you and what.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't care what I look like on it.
That's really cool. Ride on, bro. Like, keep riding, man. Like, that's
thanks,
awesome.
bro.
Awesome.
I appreciate it, man.
I can't wait to see some pictures of it. I'm gonna go through your social media.
Yeah.
You'll see some stuff on there.
I messaged you, by the way, so you got me.
Okay, right on.
You're being humble, saying you see some stuff. I mean, the paintwork is like we were saying earlier. Like, unfortunately, cameras don't do it justice. But what you guys will see by clicking on Lucky Tramp Customs is you know what you're doing, man. It's fucking cool as fuck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you'll see some different stuff. I'm a little all over the place. One day it's frames or suspension. One day it's paint. One day it's a chop.
You're following you're following the heart. You're just doing what you love to do. And naturally, at the end of the day, you're going to have an amazing product because of what your passion is. You pinpointed your passion. And my job outside of YouTube and all of that stuff is to pinpoint other people's passions. And you did it. You know what I mean? You did it. And I recognize it. So keep on, man. I'm so excited to see what you've got coming in the future.
Thank you. It means a lot to me, bro.
Absolutely.
It means a lot.
Absolutely.
Right then, boys. Cool. We will let Chad go and sort out his son. And thanks to both of you for taking the time to sit and by the way, I just to let you know, I speak the right English. You guys are.
Hey, you do.
It's aluminium. It's aluminium, not
Aluminium. Okay.
I love it. I'll take it.
We're gonna change our lingo because you are right. Us Americans suck at we suck at our own language, dude. So it's okay. I get it.
I love the American language. I just thought at the end I'd just come out with some stupid shit.
I love it.
Cheers to that, you guys.
All right, guys. Good night. See you guys. Thank you.
Have a great one.
Catch you later.
Josh, that was incredible. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Let me just
well, I know we're still live. I'm just saying that much love and respect to everyone. You know what I mean? For coming in, hanging out with us, and all of that. Everyone that came in through my community, thank you guys. I actually tagged my YouTube onto all of this to be able to have that going too.
That's cool as hell. It's cool as hell.
Yeah. So nonetheless.